There's words of wisdom in Sanskrit that says, when it comes to parenting, so I'm preparing you for, we'll leave it at that. From 0 to 5, you should give your child, your children, everything. Give them everything. Adore them. From 5 to 15, give them nothing. Only direction. I'll translate that into Indian. Only discipline. After 15, you're not their parent. You are their friend. And if you want to stay connected with them, it's to be their friend. I love saying this message when there's kids in the room because 0 to 5, they're so happy. Yeah, give us love, give us love. 5 to 15, they're whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this all about? But isn't it? Until the age of approximately 15, who is your greatest role model? Your parents. Whether they're good parents or bad parents, and from your perspective, it's always bad parents, but they probably are good parents. They are your greatest role model. And after 15, when you go to high school, all of a sudden, strangers become your role models. People who wear cool clothes or have cool hair, they become our role models. Our parents can say, do this, do this, do this, but what are we actually looking into? What are you doing? That's what really leaves an impact on you. And as someone who's in this environment a lot, this became very apparent to me. I was teaching a class to, I think they were grade 6s. One boy was so fidgety that he fidgeted all the way around. He was facing the wall as I was talking. Like he didn't even know that he wasn't looking at me. Like that level of distraction. And I angrily said, what is the answer to this? And he bends his head, doesn't turn his body, just bends his head to look at me and gave me the exact answer that I expected. And then he smiles and says, Vivekji, you didn't think I was listening. After that, I stopped, thinking that people, and I know you don't listen, but people of that age don't listen. And it makes me ultra vigilant about the way I think and speak and act. Because people are always watching. Always watching. And with technology, they're watching more. The government is all over you. In Canada, it's less. In America, it's more. All over you. So, we don't use the word teacher, we use the word acharya to show that it's not just about believing, it's about trusting. And I'll put another question up to you. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? And I believe in this room most people would say yes. But then my follow-up question is, do you trust in God? Doesn't the $1 bill say, in God we trust? If you trust in God, why would you ever be afraid? Why would you ever be stressed out? Why would you ever be nervous or anxious or jealous or any vice for that reason? If my understanding of God is infinite, God is compassionate, then what am I afraid of? And if I ask myself this question and study it, it's a reality check to me that I have a rift between belief and trust. When someone trusts another person, when someone trusts a higher power, they have less vices in their life. They're not as afraid. They're not as dependent. They're not as sad. They just live more lightly when someone has trust. Even think in a relationship. When you trust your significant other, do you always have to know where they are? No. There's an element of, I trust you and the way you think and speak and act. But if you don't trust a relationship, that person's not happy, you're not happy, that relationship is just words, but there's no feeling to that relationship. We began trying to appreciate that happiness is not a want, it's a need. people who focus on happiness being a want, they tend to be spiritual people. But now we're going to shift to